want to inspire you to never give up on your dreams, no matter how big the goal is. And becoming an MPP, it took blood, sweat, and tears, and I want to explain that to you. Today, I have the immense privilege of standing before you, not just as a member of provincial parliament, but as someone who has walked the vibrant streets and gazed upon the stunning landscapes of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Give it up for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, guys. And I was also asked to go in for Miss CARICOM. But then I had an amazing opportunity to make it to this beautiful country called Canada. Coming into Canada, I resided in Toronto and then Scarborough, where I lived most of my years, and you hear Suzette spoke about that. I achieved higher credentials because when you come into this country, you must compete. You're not here to settle at the status quo, then you might as well go back home to St. Vincent. We braved the storm from our small island. And this is why you see so many, you know, I want to say black excellence, but I'm going to say Vinci excellence in this room. I was employed by one of the top 5 banks in Canada, and I held a lot of various senior positions. And I've always had the vision of being a female business owner. But before I get to that, I want to tell you why I wanted to be that business owner. Being in the corporate world, I had to fight to get to the top. There was a glass ceiling, but I could tell you that wasn't a glass ceiling. It was a goddamn cement ceiling. But it wasn't gonna stop me. I still keep pushing forward. I still keep pushing boundaries. I built a very strong brand in that corporation. And so December of 2019, when I said, I'm throwing it in because the world needs Andrea Hazel, I did that. And I did it feeling really scared. I was scared. I am giving up an annual salary to now go and take salaries that I'm not even sure of, and I've got a family of 3 that they're all going to university that I've got to pay for. So I want to give you the raw detail of the story, is that no matter what comes to you, no matter the fear that you have, fear cripples us. It holds us back. It stops us from shining through and being our best self. Look at me today. Come on, give it up. Put fear aside. Scarborough came out for me because for years I've been going for Scarborough. I am a face of Scarborough. And I went to my friend, Honorable Dr. Alvin Curlin, that is now a retired MPP. Great work that he's done for us black folks at Queen's Park. And I said, we need to start something. And he said, I don't know what you're trying to start, but it's really hard. And we locked ourselves in a room for 12 hours on a blank piece of paper. We didn't have a name, we didn't have a mission, we didn't have a vision. This was in 2015. We've raised thousands of dollars for the Scarborough Hospital. We are a household name in Scarborough. We continue to educate the black community on how important it is to take care of yourself. Because guess what? We want to see the 2nd generation here in Canada. We want to see the 3rd and 4th and 5th generation here in Canada. So step up and let's take care of ourselves. I moved from there. The small businesses in Scarborough were suffering. I took over the president of Scarborough Business Association, and boy, I lobbied for money to support those small businesses in Scarborough. Small businesses are the backbone of this economy, let me tell you that. If no one tells you that, you are. If you hold and you are a small business owner, stand up and be proud. We are the backbone of this country. All of this groundwork is why the Ontario Liberal Party tapped me on the back to run in this by-election. The race was not a typical race. It was very difficult. Your sister was doing 35,000 steps a day. Tim Hortons became my bedroom because I was going to Tim Hortons, change, get to another event, back to canvassing. And that was the life of what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do to win. You can work hard, but if you're not consistent and you're not doing it with a purpose, failure is gonna get you 60% of the way. But let's not forget, we are here today. The 44th anniversary of St. Vincent and the Grenadines independence, it's not just a date in your calendar. And I'm telling you, and I'm asking you, next year, we need this room to be doubled. We need this cost for this venue to be increased. Because when we have these events, and I have had hundreds of events, we don't make the money to support the scholarships that we're supporting in St. Vincent. So I am asking you to step up next year, challenge yourself, whether there is an event in Ottawa, or there's an event in Scarborough, Toronto, or there's an event in St. Vincent. Thank you very much.
We are pushing hard for visa restrictions to be lifted. There is an easing of the restrictions. But I think it's time we have our MPPs walk in the corridors in Ottawa. You guys need to knock on those doors, make sure they lift visa restrictions. We have the consulate and the government, through the Consul General, signed an MOU with Brampton on Independence Day. And that MOU really is an agreement that we have to work closer together for both St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Brampton for their benefit. And the first conversation I had with Mayor Patrick Brown is that before the ink on that MOU dries, we want to make sure we see something happening. So hopefully next year for 45, we'll be getting a cricket team from Brampton going to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, youngsters playing against our young cricketers in St. Vincent, because next year also we'll be hosting World Cup cricket in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I hope a lot of you will be on the plane coming in to enjoy the beautiful country. So yes, so that MOU, we are extending those MOUs with strategic cities. We're looking at Halifax because they are maritime. We are living in lots of wide waters, our maritime. We have more waters than land surrounding us. And I think that's a very strategic partnership we could have there, and also the Prince Edward Island.
I must acknowledge the wonderful work of Suzette. Could we please have another round of applause for her? The amazing work that the SVGAO Association of Ottawa does is incredible. The contributions, not just to the diaspora here, but also to St. Vincent, is incredible. I can tell you, as Ottawa's first Black City Councillor, the one thing that makes me extremely proud is the fact that I am of Vincentian descent. And the second thing that makes me proud, really, is all the faces in this room, because I think of two things. When I came into this room, I was thinking of two things, frankly. Resilience. So when we talk about the independence of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for 44 years, we know that that history goes even way beyond in terms of the resilience of the people of the multiple islands and their resilience of the diaspora. And I think it's really important to actually acknowledge that. I think of my parents, teachers from St. Vincent who immigrated to this country, had to struggle for their children. It's a story that's repeated over and over. But the wonderful thing is it's a story of resilience.
In our adoptive homeland of Canada and here in the city of Ottawa, we celebrate the progress we have made over the years, including financial contributions to the special education programs at Children at Risk Ottawa, our holiday cup of chair care basket to Cornerstone Housing for Women. While furthering our financial contributions, we have also joined forces with our colleagues, the SVGAO Associations of Montreal and Toronto, to have informative, team-building sessions and cultural activities. Further, we are forging new relationships in Halifax with our fellow Vincentians, solely Inc. production, and showcase destinations in Vincent and the Grenadines Carnival Edition.
C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Toi tu m'aimais et moi je t'aimais. Nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Toi tu m'aimais et moi je t'aimais. Mais la vie sépare ceux qui s'aiment. Tout doucement, sans faire de bruit. Et la mer efface sur le sable.
Set your bucket, put your hands on these legs. When we come, they pipe, they pipe. Just set your heart again, girl. They pipe. When we come, they pipe. When we start, they pipe. Just set your heart, girl. Check the water coming, check the meter. What? Check the water coming.
Is wonderful. Give us a round of applause. Beautiful people, beautiful Ottawa. Let's do it again. Ladies, put your hands on the knees. Hold on, lift up, lay down the pipe, lay down the pipe, lay down the pipe, lay down the pipe. You know.